Coach, I was going to ask just how you felt about, it seemed like your offense was struggling a little bit against their defense last week. Just how'd you feel about them trying to get their footing?
Yeah, we struggled on offense. Just getting things going. I think you go back and look at the game on film, and it's never as good or as bad as you think it is on things. We had opportunities. We played good at times on offense to get some things going, but I think the first downs hurt us a little bit. We were behind the sticks a little bit, and then obviously third down conversions were something offensively that we struggled at. I think we were 3 for 14 or something on third downs, and the problem I think is because of first down. First down, if you get behind the sticks, all of a sudden now you're 3rd and 7, 8, 9 instead of 3rd and 3. Staying on schedule there on first down is something we need to do a better job of. There's things that are positive in it. You see the potential with it and what we have, and the skill sets and that kind of stuff in the offensive line. But we got to play better, and there's no doubt on offense. I felt like, and you can ask any coach or any player the same thing. We didn't play up to our potential there on that side of it. I thought defensively we played well enough to win a game, but at the same time there was a lot of mistakes out there on defense as well. Fort Hays is a good football team. They're a good football team. They reminded me on film of watching them they're like us. I meof they got a lot of returners. I think they had 11 starters back on offense and 9 on defense. So we knew they were going to have good experience. End of the day, though, we just didn't play well enough to win a game, and that was unfortunate. But the team has great potential still, and continue to work, and it doesn't get any easier with Emporia State this weekend.
Is the quarterback situation still fluid?
Yeah, it is. We have a plan to go in and see, where we stand at that position. If you take a look at the numbers and where we're at, we were 17 of 24 throwing. That isn't a terrible day. It's just where we make decisions and what we do. At the end of the day, running the ball, throwing the ball, whatever you're going to do, if we don't do things right up front to start, it's something that I think a lot of pressure gets laid on, one position quite a bit in the quarterback room. Neither one of those guys, they both could have played better, but at the same time, and I'm saying the main two, right? Tyler came in and did a good job and stuff that we asked him to do, but the main two guys that got most of the reps, they get that quarterback label on it because, maybe we didn't block something right. Or maybe we didn't protect them the way we should have protected them on things, or dropping a football or doing things like that. So we're going to kind of just see how things go and progress at the quarterback position, but hopefully the surrounding support cast does a better job of what we're supposed to be doing to right the ship.
You mentioned that third down conversions for you guys is something that you definitely wanted to work on. When you look forward to Emporia State and what they do, specifically last week going 10 for 19 themselves on third down, what do you think is going to be the primary focus on defense to prevent them from extending the drives that you guys have struggled to do on offense?
Well, I think the biggest thing on defense for us to get them to cause them problems on third down is to get the quarterback out of his first read. Trying to get him to have to go to a second and third read on different things. They're a good football team. Quarterback does a good job of just kind of getting the ball out quick, but if we can take away that first read of what he's looking at and make him go through a progression a little bit, I think the pressure that we can bring and that kind of things with our front four and the D-line can cause some problems. So that's the biggest thing, getting him off of his first read, throwing the ball. Running the ball, they're very capable. They got good running backs, but they seem to put the ball in the quarterback's hand quite a bit, to have him make decisions with it and get the ball out quick. So our goal is to get him off that first read and take that away and make him work through a progression here a little bit and see if we can't cause some problems with him with pressure.
Again, to kind of go back on what you mentioned about the third down conversions, you guys kind of finished with the same time of possession, only 3 less first downs. Would you say that closing out drives is pretty much just the primary focus on offense, or if you had to attest it to something else, what would that be? I would attest it to closing out drives on both sides of the ball. We didn't get off the field on third down. I said we played well enough on defense to win games, but to win the game. But if you look at it, the first touchdown they had, if we have 2 guys bounce off the kid, if we tackle that ball, they're punting. That's a 50-some yard touchdown. They're punting. And then we have a play before the long pass that set up the other score on 3rd and 9 that we don't tackle a guy on
for a 3-yard gain, and then that ends up turning into a touchdown drive. We would have had him punting on the 12-yard line. So we got to finish drives on defense too. That's something that we didn't do a very good job of. So that's the biggest thing. It's third downs on both sides of the ball. It really is. And for me, on the third down for our offense, first down has to be better. If first down's better, the playbook's a lot easier when it's 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, instead of 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 11 all the time. That's being behind the sticks is what really causes a lot of problems. But the defense doesn't get off on this too. I mean, they need to play better on the third down as well and get off the field.
Having 2 quarterbacks, does it stay as a quarterback room by committee, or do you make any changes with this scheme going forward to prevent anything from happening again like that?
I think it's still an evaluation. Both these guys are young players, out of it, especially, Caden's coming in, probably working through as the number 3 to start, with, before Chad, had to, is not getting the reps now because of injury. That's the biggest thing. So just it's he brings so much to the table and what he's done as an athlete with it. So finding out between those 2 guys, and then Tyler doing the things that he can do for us. Finding out those 2 guys and what they're about, and when the bullets are flying a little bit here, so to speak, and seeing. So I don't anticipate a big change in what we're doing with it, because both of them provide us different types of skill sets to win games, and when they're in there, we just got to function better. And I'll go back to it. It's not just the quarterbacks; it's the surrounding support staff. The receivers need to block on run plays, better. The O-line needs to block and pass protect better. The running backs need to do a good job running the ball when they have it, and they need to do a good job of picking up protection. And we just didn't do that. And I think sometimes it gets magnified at the quarterback position with it when. If you take a look at it in the big picture of things, I don't think we played well up front. I don't think we played well in the edge, blocking in that part of it. So those things, I think if we would have won that football game, and we had opportunities to do so. If we would have won that football game, we have a different feel about where we sit on things. But at the end of the day, it's still a really good football team we have here, and it's getting them ready to go.
Coach, I was going to ask just how you feel coming back from the loss. How does it affect your goals this season and what you're hoping to accomplish? Yeah,
it's funny because it's a great question. It really, at the end of the day, you want to win them all, right? You get 11 weeks out of the year to play a game in college football. You get 11 weeks, and you want to win them all. But it doesn't affect us in the sense of we can still win a Lone Star Conference championship. We can still do things. And again, I want to reiterate, we played a really good football team Saturday. They were a very good football team, but so were we, and we just made too many mistakes. So, it affects us in the sense of the understanding of the urgency, the importance of urgency each and every day in practice. I just got done meeting with my group, and I told them, you go 365 days out of the year preparing for 11 weeks, and that's what you get. So right now the urgency has to be high, and understanding, not panic, right, but urgency has to be high to go out and execute. You got to practice better. You got to find any way you can do what you can do individually to be a better football player, to make your team better. So that's something that we'll continue to do. But we still have all of our goals in reach to go out and win a conference championship, to compete at a high level. But we have to play better, and we have to get better every single week moving forward. And I anticipate we'll do that.
What were some of the positive things you took away from?
I thought our kids played hard. We made a lot of mistakes, but I thought we played hard. I thought Cade Fuller did an outstanding job at the punter position. He punted, I think he had a 47-yard average. We had one protection issue with him in the punt game, but we got it fixed pretty quick. And, I thought he did an outstanding job. I thought all of our special teams did. We dropped a couple kickoffs. One of them didn't hurt us too bad because it was in the end zone, so we were taking that knee anyways. But, just things like that, we got to continue to get better. But we were good on special teams. I thought, at the defensive back position, Jatavian Neal, one of our corners, had an outstanding football game in his first career start. He's been in the program a long time, but I think it's his first career start. He's played a lot of football, and same thing with Xavier Walton, was a redshirt sophomore for us. First started free safety. I think he had 11 tackles and played really good football. So there's a lot of positives. There really was on things. It's just the one that was the negative was the scoreboard at the end.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.